On December 17th, 1987, Mega Man was released. The Japanese box art is very iconic, so is the American one, but for different reasons. Holy shit, is he ugly! The European box art is extremely awesome. It looks like a movie poster. This game introduced the world to an amazing series of video games. It also introduced shooting into a platform game. This game isn't easy your first time around, and luckily for me, this is not my first time. This game's story is pretty basic. Basically, Dr. Wily decided to reprogram Dr. Light's robots and they start to run amok. A household robot named Rock wants to help stop Dr. Wily, so Dr. Light decides to upgrade Rock to become Mega Man. Or at least, that's what the Japanese story is. The American story is close, but not at all. When you press the start button, you are taken to a stage select screen. There are 6 bosses to pick from. These bosses are Cutman, Gutsman, Iceman, Bombman, Fireman, and Electman. You can pick any level and you can go in any order you want. After each boss is defeated, they will give you a weapon. Cutman gives you Rolling Cutter, Gutsman gives you Super Arm, Iceman gives you Ice Slasher, Bombman gives you Hyper Bomb, Fireman gives you Firestorm, and Electman gives you Thunderbeam. Each boss is weak to one of these weapons. Well, they all have secondary weaknesses, but that's not important at all. The music in this game isn't on par with the rest of the series. There are some good tracks, but it's nothing special. From a gameplay standpoint, this is extremely basic. All you do is jump and shoot. This is the only game in the series that has a scoreboard. Mega Man is very slippery, and in Iceman stage, it becomes too much. If you are suspended in midair, you fall extremely fast. The knockback is also a problem. You get sent back farther than you should, and if you're on a small platform and enemies come, say goodbye to your life. Cutman, Gutsman, Bombman, and Fireman stages are all really straightforward, though Gutsman's stage has a very bullshit rail section. Electman's stage is you climbing up ladders with a whole bunch of enemies that can f*** you. Iceman's stage is straightforward until the Yoku block section, then it all goes downhill from there. After the Yoku block section, you have a footholder section, which likely is nothing if you have the Magnet Beam which you got from Electman's stage. And halfway through that section, propeller enemies called Pepes come to f*** everything up for you. Cutman, Iceman, Bombman, and Electman's boss fights are all simple if you know what you're doing, and they are very easy with their weaknesses. Gutsman and Fireman can kiss my Even with their weaknesses, they are still hell to deal with. Gutsman doesn't ever want to be where the bombs are and just decides to stun and throw rocks at you. Fireman just spams you with attacks and you don't have room or time to jump over them. Here is the order I recommend you start the bosses in. Start with Bombman. His level is pretty easy to get through, and his boss fight is really easy as well. Then go to Gutsman. The level is really straightforward except the rail section. Gutsman himself is bullfuck, but eventually you'll get him. Then do Cutman. His level is the easiest of the lot, and his fight is really easy, especially with Super Arm. Then go to Electman. It's not a hard level, but it is annoying. His fight is so easy with Rolling Cutter. Then go to Iceman. This level is hell, but thankfully his fight is the easiest. I have never gotten hit on him. Just shoot thunder beams at him and watch him explode. Then finally, go to Fireman. His level is really straightforward. His fight is but just spam him with Ice Slasher and don't worry about the amount of damage you take. After that, you can move on to the Wily stages. The Wily stages are full of random bullshit from the Robot Master levels. Just keep making it through into the footholder section. This time there are spikes on the ground and ceiling. You have no room for error. Then, you have the hardest boss in the game, the Yellow Devil. His weakness is Thunderbeam. He has a pattern that I can't easily figure out. But when he is fully formed, shoot a Thunderbeam at his eye and use the pause glitch on him. The second Wily stage has 2 boss refights, Cutman and Electman. But you've dealt with them before, so it's fine. Just keep making it through until you're at the boss. This boss is called Copy Mega Man. Whatever weapon you equip, he will also equip. He is annoying to deal with, so just use the pause. Again. The third stage is nothing to talk about. It's easy and very straightforward. The boss is odd, but there are blocks so you can use Super Arm on it. Now, we are on the final Wily stage. This level has more boss refights, but this time they are Gutsman, Bombman, Fireman, and Iceman. But you've dealt with them before, so you're fine. Wily has 2 phases. The first phase is weak to Firestorm and is nothing difficult. The next phase is weak to Thunderbeam and is also easy. After you beat Wily, you feel great about yourself. You've gotten through the weakest link in the series. This game has many flaws, and I'm surprised this got a sequel. It wasn't going to get one originally, but everyone who worked on the game wanted to do better, and so they did. They made the most iconic video game of all time, Mega Man 2. But that's for another time. If I had to give this game a rating out of 10, it'd be a 4.5 out of 10. It's not shit, but it's not great. Well, that was that. It turned more into a how to beat Mega Man rather than a review. But, whatever. Join me next time for whatever I have planned next. See you guys later. Have a good week. I'm out.